crystal edge technology screens using ambient light rejection technology gain. Trying to find something here that would pretty much be on this, almost try to find something that won't basically dominate his product too much. So I'm looking at my ultralight grace products. This is the ultralight screen paint we make. We got a black silver, which is actually darker than this. And then we have the ultralight gray. This is the ultralight gray technology we make at our company. We're going to put this side by side versus this. All right. See if we can, because everything else we got is too complicated for for his product. So we got half of this painted in. It's over by the window. We're going to be outside today. Yeah, windy or not, we got to be out there. That right there is the ultralight gray. That's the lightest screen paint we make. And that's Pro's paint at the bottom. This is the lightest we make. Everything else we have in here is dark. Well, besides the exotics. Exotics are on a different story by itself. So we're going to paint this screen in. We're going to do it side by side. Same thing with the colors. Same 9 yards. Everything we usually do, that's what we're going to do. So we know pretty colors, gracing the screen, and none of that. Keep the demonstrations as we always do. And we do it in plenty of light. So let's get this set up over here. All right, I'm trying to get some tape real quick to tape that up. Hey, hey, what do you see? I see a bridge. Show it to me. Because bottom line, he's not going to pass any of the exotics after seeing a blue and a burgundy red. He can't even pass that technology. He can't go through the burgundy. He can't go through the exotics. Exotics are too much. The 17s, 12s, he can't even get through. Not those. And I haven't even tried that Infinity Black Slate, which I'm going to be bringing up very soon. So I don't think he's going to do well against that one either. So let's go with the mid-level screen paints that we make. These are the screen paints we make that produce higher white levels. Because as I said, we make everything. We got customers who may not favor the black screens. They may want a brighter white level. And that's what that technology is designed to do. We haven't got to the ultra brights yet. We got ultra bright technology too. Haven't got it on that either. Hey, hey, what do you see? I see a bridge. Show it to me. All right, so I'm going to paint over the blue screen. Listen, no way whatsoever. You can't even close to matching that technology. So that pretty much, yeah, that's done right there. I am going to put you against that green technology, though. Maybe the unicorn. There we go. There's a product right there. It's the color of our product. I got tired of the reason why we started developing gray screen. People say, oh, you're developing gray screen, so it's better than black. No, this is a mid-level screen paint. We consider this to be the white screens of our technology. But it's very good. It's extremely good. I just got sick and tired of people making great screen paints and not doing it correctly. They don't want to do color patterns. They don't want to do tests against high-performance screens. They don't want to take them outside. None of that. So we'll show you how to do it better. To make it much better. See how light that is? Very light. Hey, hey, what do you see? Got that stuck in my head now. That's going to be there for a while. Show it to me. Can you look at the color? You can see how light it is. Right there. There you go. See how light that is? I'm going to show you something really interesting. That screen's going to pull a dark star field darker than his screen. Because that screen has code in it right now. There is code running around in that screen. Now, the interesting about this technology is the fact that it goes on light and it drives dark. Figure that one out. Like I said, at the end of the day, this technology does work. It's just not on our level of technology, that's all. It works. That's what we do. That's what we do. That's the problem you keep making. Keep trying to convince people that we have the same stuff, and I keep explaining to you, no, we don't. How are we going to call it the same stuff? You don't do any of our tests. You can't even do any of our challenges. So how are you going to call yourself next to what we do? Every time I give you a challenge, you deny it. You don't want to do it. It's a good thing I disable comments, because it saves the embarrassment. I'll tell you why it saves the embarrassment. We get people come in the room and say things they shouldn't say, they pre-guess, and then we do something and they get embarrassed for it and they get upset, and then they want to slew a bunch of insults. So it kind of helps you out a lot on this. Because I know what you think before you think it. You're probably thinking, oh, that's his product. Please. Have you seen the technology we make over here? It doesn't pass any of the tests that we put under our previous technology. What makes you think it would pass anything we have over here now? There you go. Read your mind before you even thought about it. You know what's going through your head already. Oh, it's probably his product. It doesn't pass any of our tests. Not even a basic test it can't even pass. So what use would I have for it? And at the end of the day, I told you, and whether you be a Christian or an atheist, at the end of the day, I told you, my technology comes from God, so I need no other. If I'm actually taking down 20 certified screens with no problem, and he's not even doing those demonstrations, what purpose would I have for it? That's like bringing onto your army a soldier who doesn't have the heart for war. He has a skill level, but he doesn't have the heart for it. Therefore, he's not any good. Can't have a peacemaker in the middle of a war zone. It doesn't work that way. So there we go. Told you. Goes on light and you watch it dry dark right in front of you. Isn't that interesting? It dries dark. Goes on light and it dries dark. Where the black screens go on black and they dry lighter. Hey, hey, what do you see? I see a giraffe. Show it to me. Hey, hey, what do you see? I see a zebra. Show it to me. Bum, 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 bum. lens. There we go. See? See how that screen went on so light? See how I dried so dark? I told you, my technology comes from God. You challenge my work, you challenge both our works. See that? Hey, hey, what do you see? The color red.
Getting that from YouTube.
I'll show you what happened. Hit the white wall. Screen to dry. And throw his samples up there. Like I said, when I do these demonstrations, it's not in any way to tell you don't buy this product. I'll tell you that. The only ones I can talk about are the ones that match that paint, that free paint. That's it. That's for y'all to figure out, not for me. I just showed you what we found out, that's all. I need a fan. Grab it. This is just to show him and everybody else that, nope. You know, when you make statements like that about how your product is supposed to be the same as ours, we do the same thing we do, you're saving people hundreds of dollars, or we're scamming people and this, that, and the other, you're going to be outed for who you are. Already you got a lot of explaining on that other paint that matched up too close to the other one. You know? Got some explaining to do on that one. Let this dry up so we can get the other screen laying against it. That's my hoodie on. Oh, my hoodie's on because I was up this morning. I got up, fell asleep right on the sofa. Woke up just like this. Now he may take it as we're picking on him. No, we're not picking on him. If you start nonsense, you have to be able to understand that at the end of the day, we're going to out you for who you are. I'm not going to allow you to walk over top me. That's not going to happen. If you're saying your product is equal to ours and that's what you're telling people, then you can back up every last demonstration I'm doing here in this video. Matter of fact, starting off with that TV demonstration that I asked you to do, that you never did. Any form of contrast demonstration. This is a gray screen we just shown, a light gray screen. I'm going to display contrast levels off of it, which I should be doing. But you can't do those demonstrations. Anytime you display any form of screen paint, you don't show any form of real contrast demonstrations, no color patterns, nothing. Just a bunch of colors washing across the screen and that's it. No real ambient lit environments, nothing. But yet you consider you to be the same as us. And I ran you through the tests. You can't even get past the epics and their different colored screens. And if you call yourself making our product, hey, go right ahead. I gave you permission to make every last one of the exotics and do all the tests to go along with them. Don't make some poor excuse of a product that you make on camera and say, hey, that's their product. Do the demonstrations live to match every last demonstration that we have done on that product, or you're not making it. And if he sits there and tells you that I don't have to do the demonstration, it's fake and phony, then that means that's the same thing that applies to his paint, because he doesn't do the demonstrations on his own stuff. Can't follow ours. You sure enough ain't doing any demonstrations on yours like that. That's why. Excuses. Excuses. Don't back it up. Now you see why. Now you see why he avoided every last transaction we made to him. That's why. He didn't want his product coming over here. The reason why I didn't get any emails from him saying that, okay, if you have my product, this is what you're going to have to do. You can't test against other sample sheets. It's not ambient light rejection. You have to use it. No, we told him don't send us anything like that. We told him don't send anything like that to us. That's what we explained to him. Don't send us anything because we'll out you. We'll display those emails. So don't send anything like that to us. But he couldn't send it anyway because, like I said, so we had to get somebody else to buy it. Literally, we had to go through somebody else. Think about it. We had to go through somebody else to obtain his product. And it had to be done sneaky because he wouldn't sell it to us at all. When clearly we have given you an invitation to buy off our website anytime you want to. Heck, I'll give you 50% off. But we have to literally contact the customer to get that product from you. Because you're terrified of it coming over here. Because we don't use ambient light controlled environments over here. Now, if your screen pulls up a higher white level than this technology, you've already failed. You know what's going to come next. We've seen that happen to high-end advanced screens that we've used. They can't keep up with the screens. As a matter of fact, we'll bring a couple of them downstairs for fun. That screen went on light, it dried dark. Hey, hey, what do you see? I see it over here. You're worrying about the inside. We haven't even gone outside yet. You're worrying about inside demonstrations. If you're ranting and carrying on over there and you feel we've done you wrong, then repeat the same demonstration. Fully lit environment, take your screen. Matter of fact, do it in the fully lit environment. Just show a Starfield demonstration in the fully lit environment with your screen. If your screen can pull that Starfield demonstration, the fully lit environment, the same area we used in here, then just display it. Show it. Don't bother giving us challenges. We don't, on top of challenges that we already gave you. I told you that from the door. Don't even try that one. A little surprise? We're not, because it's a gray paint. It has coating technology in it. That's why. It's gray, just like it's gray. Except for that was bringing up a deeper red. Why is that going for deeper red? Because that has that coating technology embedded into it. Let's see what happens when we do the white levels. What happens? Hey, hey, what do you see? White screen. I see a giraffe. Show it to me. Hey, hey, what do you see? Got that stuck in my head now. That's gonna be there for a long while. There we go. That's another song for people to deal with while we're gaming tonight. I'm like, what the frig is Ken saying now? My goodness, man. Every time I turn around, it's something. I gotta start watching the TV shows. There we go. Let's go over to the white screen saver and see what we bring up. Yep, and here we go. Red screen.
Audible lets you experience books in a whole new way.
Let's go with blue. She's having an attitude today. Blue screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
See? Even with our great technology, you can't see blue properly. It doesn't come up blue on your screen. It comes up gray on your screen, like a grayish blue. It's supposed to be blue. And that is your cinnamon mix. No, not cinnamon mix. I'm sorry. That is the personal mix and the Metallica mix 2.0.
I'm Draymond Green with my Subway sub with tender steak and melty cheese. My sub is going to dump all over your sub.
See? You don't change colors. You remain the same. You drop that code into our great technology screens, and look at that. They can see color. You can't see color because you don't have something special about that product. From every demonstration you watch me do, this is what I display. White levels first, then we switch into color, then we go into contrast. There you go. That screen's reading a black level now. It's gray. We saw it when I painted it. See how light gray it was? See that green automatically dried darker? It produces a nice bright color and can produce a star fill demonstration. See, I showed you that. I can display gray off my gray screen. Yeah, I can display black levels off of it. Now, is it going to be black? Is it 12 or any darker screens? No. Like I said before, black screens produce 100% contrast. This screen will look gray next to a black screen. But on your screen, it'll come, you make your screen look gray. Outer space screensavers.
Getting that from YouTube.
Look at that right there.
It's Michael's lowest prices of the season sale. Get 70% off maker faves like frames, canvas, and more.
Well, see on my screen I can contrast. It's a gray screen. I'm displaying contrast levels. All the things that I asked you to do, you're not doing it. But I can do it on my gray screen right here. Let's go with 4K Sony contrast demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
In fact, I'm gonna see this for a minute. See how your image faded? Doesn't even produce a proper red. This is why you're told to calibrate your projector. That's why you're told to use it in ambient light controlled environment. We don't use ambient light controlled environments in here. Your screen's matching the white wall, literally. Projector has a 22,000 to 1 contrast. You can't see it. We don't need a black screen in order to basically show off our technology's capability. I can do it on a gray. I can bring it down to your level and show you on your level of gray screens and still produce a better screen. So for all those who are ranting about, oh, the black screens, we design everything now, everything. Whether it be gray, whether it be tan, whether it be blue, green, whether it be silver, whatever, anything we drop that code in turns into that technology right there. We design everything now. Even rear projection. Let's go over to, I want to look at this Sony 4K demonstration. I got that city door scene I want to see. That's what I want to see right there. I'm going to say it again. It works. It's just not on our level of technology. This product right here costs my customers $107 a quart with free shipping. Now, you may say, well, his product costs $107, not with free shipping. It would cost almost around $107, around that price for 1 quart of his product. But keep in mind, a gallon of this technology would cost our customers somewhere between $148, where if you were to buy that product, it would cost you $75 per quart, which would add up around $300, and including the shipping would be $23 around that price. We can produce better contrast, we can produce better color. Our screens are fully ambient light projection, ultra short throw compatible, and can produce images outside. And they have been tested. Oh, that one right there had enough of the day. Back up. Now this is an ultra light gray. The black silvers are a little darker, but they're still gray. and they produce amazing, insane contrast levels. But because we have that, we've been blessed with that color coding technology, that engineered technology that my Lord and Savior gave me, we could drop this stuff into just about anything that he allows us to drop it into, and it will allow that projector to read contrast, color, white levels. That's why the black screens at 17th produce such a high white level, because there's a code in there to allow that screen to read a high white level without disrupting the black levels. When we displayed that screen called the black, what's it called? The Infinity Black Slate. That screen was upgraded live. So you got to see the first stage of it, and I said, you know what? Lord's already given me an idea. He's telling me that there's an upgrade for it if you want it. So I sat you guys who watched it in front of the screen over there, went downstairs, added the upgrade. The screen produced extremely good contrast levels, and the white levels never changed. See, what happens is when people mix these paints together and they turn around and they go, well, they got to sacrifice one for the other. You add too much white in, your contrast drops. You add too much contrast, your white levels drop. There's no in between. We don't work with paints like that. Our technology is designed differently. That's why we can go and upgrade one level, and one level maintains the same. So when I see you do demonstrations of pouring out white paints and stuff like that, you're being laughed at. You're not doing anything. You're being laughed at, because people who do business with us that have contracts under us, who have specific contracts underneath of us, which means they have the ability to be able to make this stuff if we're going to be using it on large quantities. And it's called a trademark secret. That's what it's called. Coca-Cola has one. I think any company that has a special ingredients that makes it react, it's called a trademark secret. That's what it's called. Look it up. And they know what's in it. So you're worrying about the consumer when you got professionals out there that do business with us, and they're looking at your demonstrations and laughing. This is why your product just stays the same. Can't pull contrast over. My screen's gray. You saw when I painted it. You just can't seem to see. You can't get that black level. You can't get color.
Did you know that Febreze Aerotex uses 100% natural propellants? Cheaper aerosols use artificial propellants. That's why Febreze works differently. Plus, it eliminates odors with a water-based formula and no dyes. For freshness you'll enjoy.
See? Comes time for those contrast levels, your screen's nowhere to be found. I can't pull that image up. It's not there. There's nothing there. You can't read a contrast level. And we did the same test under all these high-end professional screens. It's the same thing. They can't read it. Some can read to a certain degree, but not that much. Like I said, now he may make statements that my product doesn't work. It's a scam. Don't buy it, this, that, and the other. We don't do that over here. As I said before, at the end of the day, your product does work. It just doesn't match up to our technology. It's not on our level of our technology. That's all. Now, if the consumer wants to buy it, hey, that's their decision. We're telling them not to buy it. Buy it if you want. It's your decision. But at the end of the day, like I said, no way and no form you ever should be comparing yourself to us, to our technology. And you should never be sending me emails about how your screen has to be pampered in certain environments, because it's not going to do well because you have it in a comfortable environment. If that's the case, then how are you comparing yourself to mine? We don't use pamper environments over here. I'm going to leave it at that right there. We're not going to go any farther on this, because anything else more is pretty much going to it's just beating a dead horse to death. But you are going outside. That's definitely going to happen. You are definitely going to go outside, because since you did compare I don't care if your stuff is not ambient light projection. I don't care if it's not designed for outdoor. If you compare your technology to mine, and our screens are designed to go outside, you're going outside, buddy boy. And you're going outside against that black screen that's been sitting out there through 3 winters, couple of snowstorms, an ice storm, and rain. And that screen, it's going to display an image. It's going to outperform your screen. Look at that already. It's going to outperform your screen, and it's going to smile right back on the camera and say, what else you got? Because you challenged it. Well, you should have just minded your own business. When you make a mockery of my work, when you make a mockery of the time that I put in, when I sit there and tell people, and I announce it over and over again, this is my Lord and Savior, my company's Christian owned. And at the bottom, at the end of the day, people say, well, you can't do that. Yes, Christians can do that. We have just Christian lawyers. All right. We have that right to be able to defend ourselves. All right. So you understand, you crystal clear understand that anytime you feel that your technology is the same as ours, we'll buy your product, we'll bring it over here, and we'll run the test. See if you level up to our product. None of that fake darkroom nonsense. We don't do that over here. We don't hold hands for the paint. The paint doesn't get any pampering. Has to go through the same brutal test. I'll tell you one thing. The one thing I like about that infinity black slate, that screen pulled up at 16 feet. I still can't get over that. 16 feet on a 1,000 lumen projector. Think about that. You're inside the house, at least you got the ceilings and walls protecting your screen. Even if you have the lights on, you still got the ceiling walls. But outside, there's more ambient light outside on a cloudy day than it is in a well-lit room. That screen pulled that image at 16 feet on 1,000 lumens. It pulls a star field. I'm impressed by that. We're going to have to, I told you that technology, the way God blessed us with this technology, that we can go in and we can actually, I can take the ingredients that makes up that black slate, and I can actually engineer a whole new product line of technology off of that screen. A lot of people don't realize that the technology that God has given to us, just because you're just seeing one element of it here, this paint can evolve into multiple different forms of paint. We can change the code at will, and anything we can change it. You just saw me do it with when we did the infinity black slate. And if anyone was there to saw that demonstration, when that screen first came on, it was a gray, but it wasn't a dark gray. Went in and changed it in 3 minutes, brought it up, put it on the screen, put everybody in front of the screen so you can see it. That screen pulled heavier contrast levels and still maintained the white levels all the same. So that means with the technology we developed, if I want to change this to something else, I can alter and change this to something else, and it will still maintain its capabilities, but we can alter it to something 10 times better than what it is. That 16 feet back got me thinking. We may be getting ready to market maybe a 19 soon off that technology alone. At 16 feet on 1,000 lumens. How much money the consumer would save because they don't have to spend an overpriced, expensive projector just to have a beautiful image outside. You could do it on a projector that's a cheap $75 used projector. At that projector doesn't even have an HDMI output on it. You had a converter running through that. I love it. All right, well, still got to be outside. It's a bit windy out there, but my screen's holding up quite well. Let's go take a walk outside. I'm going to put this to the side real quick. We're done with this. So we haven't tested you on everything. So you haven't been tested on all the exotics. Haven't tested you against the epic green unicorn. A couple of them you haven't been tested on. So, you know. There you go. That's how light the screen is. And that screen produced the contrast better than yours. Here you are tested against black. We're going to be going outside today. Hopefully the weather stays right. It's not too bad out here. Not too bad at all. There you go. That's waiting for you next. That's a 12. Get your equal toilet technology. You should have no problem putting a star field next to that thing. There you go. See, we can make light gray screen paint too, and we can make it better than yours. Sorry, but it's true. I'm not trying to be rude here, but it is better than your product. Okay, well, look on the bright side. At least you're not going against a sun killer. That's not something you want to play around with. And that screen can take direct heat from the sun. Can take a direct hit from the sun. Ooh, yeah. All right, that being said, I am going to pack it up. I am going to be jumping online, do a little gaming today. Like I said, at the end of the day, as I said before, his product works. It does. It works. If you put it against a white screen, it's going to show an improvement against a white screen. It's going to be to do that. All right. But as for him making statements that his product is the same as ours, no, it's not. No way whatsoever. And that's what we displayed in the demonstrations. Now, we know that he does unfair demonstrations, mixing black paint, whatever, trying to say that it's ours, stuff like that, you know. And at the end of the day, trying to call us scammers and don't buy from us. But as you can see, we don't do that. Go ahead and buy this product, you know what I mean? Like I said, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you have to understand, you don't make or break our sales at all, period. People not buying from you doesn't make or break our sales. Go ahead and buy from the guy. We don't care. At the end of the day, my table will always stay blessed. I will always have orders in. Even if I don't decide to do YouTube videos for about a year, I still get blessed. My table still stay filled with orders. So I'm not worried about that. You don't take anything from me at all. At the end of the day, nothing. You can't take anything from me that God has given to me. Not a thing. So it doesn't, I couldn't care less if people buy from you and they don't. What I do care about is the fact that you basically saying things that are not true about my product not being what it is. And I know what my product is. I know what my Lord blessed me to be able to have. I know what I build. I know what design. I know if I get up in the morning, put my grind in. I know what my product is. That's why all my projectors in my houses are 720p projectors. I don't have to rely on 1080p projectors. I can use my screens in fully lit environments. You watch me do it. But like I said, I'm not trying to take bread off your table, but you are. That's why my demonstrations are done different. We're doing fair. We're doing by the book. And at the end of the day, we tell it like it is. The product does work. It is going to show an improvement on a white screen. Next to our technology, it's not going to stand. That's all to it. That's all. I'm not telling people not to buy from you, this, that, and the other. No, it's not my duty to do that. That's for them to decide what they want to do. It's like it's their decision whether they want to buy from me, you know? You don't have to carry yourself like a respectable human being. You don't. And don't think because, you know, oh, he's being generous in this demonstration. No, lawsuit, you're still going to get hit for lawsuit. That's definitely going to happen. No, that's definitely going to happen. This is something completely different from that. It has nothing to do with that. All right, people. As I said before, this is the end for me. I'm going to sit back and relax for the rest of the day. Y'all enjoy your time. Be safe out there, and God bless.